right line, into left and 6 right. Into right tightens the 3 right minus, open. Into left and 5 right, open, tightens. And slow 3 left, tightens. 6 left, 70. 4 left minus, slippy, opens maybe. 100. Care, 5 left plus, tightens, don't cut.
The island of Corsica, where Napoleon was born. The 6th competition in the 1997 World Rally Championship Series will be held here as a traditional tarmac event. This year's Tour de Course will be the 41st such event.
The new stages they've picked are terrible. One stage is very, very bumpy and dangerous. A lot of the other stages are very dirty. So it's not really a very nice tarmac event to drive on. Tommy's got a bit of a lead, so if we could win here it would half the points margin. It's what we want to try and do.
It's said that there isn't a single stretch of straight road extending as far as 100 meters in Corsica. Year in and year out, victory here more often than not goes to a French driver, one of the so-called Corsica specialists. Since 1973, when WRC competition began, only 3 non-French drivers, Sandro Menotti, Marc Alain, and Carlos Sainz, have won here in Corsica. To win here, more is needed than simply bringing the best drivers together with the best machines and best tires. Only those with experience, with the ability to make split-second decisions, can expect to win in Corsica. It helps to have the luck of Napoleon, too. Subaru first tried its luck at the Tour de Course in 1991. At that time, the Legacy had not been developed to its full potential, and the Subaru team had to be content with a 9th place finish. Then, 2 years later, in 1993, Subaru put young stalwart Colin McRae behind the wheel of the Legacy. McRae, then inexperienced, had as his goal for that rally merely to finish the Tour de Course. Nevertheless, as he put his Legacy through its paces, his aggressive style made him the center of attention for rallying fans. By the following year, 1994, the Subaru team, which was putting Imprezas into the field, was making a serious challenge to become #1 in WRC competition. Carlos Sainz had been added to the team to join Colin McRae. It was a powerful combination. From the start, the 2 Imprezas were locked in a 3-way battle for top position with Toyota's Oriole. In the closing stage, however, McRae suffered a flat tire, which sent him into a spin. With his right front damaged, he managed to finish the leg on 3 wheels. It looked as though Sainz could stage a come-from-behind victory, but a burst tire in stage 20, the only trouble he had throughout, put the dream of victory at the Tour de Course out of reach. In 1995, Subaru's entrants included McRae and Sainz, and new member Piero Liatti, who was fighting for the Italian championship that year. Subaru was poised for victory in the Tour de Course. On the other hand, Toyota, Ford, and Mitsubishi were fielding formidable drivers, all tarmac specialists. As expected, the battle was fierce. The leaders were only seconds apart. The slightest trouble meant losing position. A series of small problems led to disappointment for the Subaru team, which was forced to wait until the next holding of the event for another shot at victory. Corsica, a French territory in the Mediterranean, once had a circular course, but this time the course had been changed significantly. Each leg would start from Ajaccio. The routes to the goal would trace a clover-leaf pattern. The course is a mountainous circuit, up and down all the way. Another difficulty is the fact that the weather conditions on the mountaintops can change very quickly. This will be a true test of drivers' skills, the durability of the cars, and tire performance. The weather is clear at 9 a.m. on May 5th. The cars are set to head east from Ajaccio as the competition starts.
And 6 left and 3 right line, into left and 6 right. Into right tightens a 3 right minus, open. Into left and 5 right, open, tightens.
4 stages, the top 3 positions are held by a Peugeot F2 kit car driven by Panizzi in first place, followed by Delacour in second, and Ford Science in third. In fourth place, McRae is settled comfortably behind the top 3 cars. Peugeot has entered a car 260 kilograms lighter than Subaru's World Rally car. As in the previous rally in Catalonia, they are now in the eye of the storm. Ford has also continued to improve here. For Subaru, still looking for its first victory in the Tour de Corse, these are formidable opponents. A light rain falls during stages 5 and 6 in the latter half of this leg. The ever-changing weather conditions are a constant source of concern for the drivers. Liatti, plagued with tire matching difficulties but avoiding trouble, is now in 5th place. In the first half, McRae is forced to pay careful attention to tire wear. With rain in the second half, he makes up time, but falls short of the top 3 with a 4th place finish. Ford Science takes best time in stage 5. In wet conditions in stage 6, he loses time, but holds on to 3rd place. Peugeot's 2 rockets are untouchable throughout leg 1. In rainy stage 6-2, Delacour takes the top time. The Peugeots come back to Ajaccio in 1st and 2nd place.
In any case, they are complaining all the time, and it's not my problem. Tomorrow I have to do my job and to do the best, and for sure if it's raining tomorrow, it will be a big surprise for many people.
If it rains, I think there'll be a big difference, but to make that much of a difference, we need very heavy rain. If it's just like today, then obviously the Formula 2 cars will be faster.
So there'll be some McRae rain dancing in the hotel tonight?
It's a difficult situation because the worst thing to drive on is wet tarmac, and it's not enjoyable at all and very easy to make a mistake. So for me personally, I would rather it was just cool and a bit like it is tonight, and at least we wouldn't have a problem with tyre wear.
Mäkinen in 6th place is just 38 seconds behind. The contest has crystallized into a battle between the local French F2 kit cars and the 4-wheel drive machines. On the morning of the start of leg 2, the sky is dark with clouds threatening rain at any moment. Rain is forecast, complicating choice of tires for all of the teams. Stage 7 is the longest of the rally at 48.93 kilometers. Rain starts falling as the rally cars start, but it lifts during the last 5-kilometer downhill stretch and the road dries out. Subaru chooses dry surface slick tires for its 2 cars. Such a choice could mean the difference between victory and defeat. On the narrow, twisting roads in this stage, the practical effect of this choice becomes apparent as McRae and Liatti begin to outperform Delacour and Science, who chose intermediate tires. Mitsubishi's Mäkinen has his car wide open as he ascends a hill. He spots a cow on the road ahead but doesn't have time to avoid it. The collision sends his car flying over the side of the road and rolling down to the bottom of the slope. Needless to say, he's forced to retire. Delacour and Science have made the right choice of tires. They have no trouble and turn in excellent times in stage 7. Ford Schwartz slips on the wet surface and loses his left rear wheel. He has to finish the stage on 3 wheels. The results after stage 7 are in. Delacour is in 1st place with Science right behind in 2nd. Subaru's McRae is in quite a predicament. He is now 52 seconds behind the pace of the 1st place car. Under the threat of rain, during the 20-minute service stop, each team has a difficult decision to make as they look forward to the next 3 stages, stages 8, 9, and 10. The fickle weather of Corsica could be the most decisive factor of all.
So who's gone out on what?
Colin's gone on the what is effectively a dry weather tyre, and Vieira's gone out on what is an intermediate tyre for damp, humid conditions.
What is the decision, Carlos? Well, we go for a dry tire, medium compound, which it's a lottery because you don't know what is in 2 hours.
opts for cut slick tires. This was the correct choice because rain does not fall. McRae posts the best times for Stage 8 and Stage 10. He keeps up this torrid pace and goes on to gain the best times for the next two stages, Stages 11 and 12. He's now regained a great deal of the ground he lost in Stage 7, closing in to a position 19 seconds off the lead. It's the final day of the Tour de Course. The skies are clear above Ajaccio. In the first stage of this final day, Stage 13, Peugeot's Delacour posts the best time. But Delacour can manage only the 5th best time in Stage 14. Sainz, who had the 4th best time, is now in the top position. At this point, McRae is just 20 seconds off the time of Sainz, the front runner. Then, in Stage 15, the two Peugeot entrants are unable to step up the pace, and McRae moves ahead and posts the best time for this stage. He has moved up from 4th to 2nd place, and is now only 18 seconds behind Sainz.
Still, it's a lot of kilometers. We have the last stage also very long, and you know, it's tire choice will be very important if the weather is becoming a little bit crazy.
We have to take the gamble whether we take the softer tyre for the performance, or we go with the harder tyre and lose performance. You know, it's guaranteed we lose performance with the hard tyre. Just a question of whether the soft tyre will work.
I don't know how much it is up to you, but if it were up to you, what would you want to do now?
I think we take the softer tyre and we go for the performance.
McRae has the best time again in Stage 16. He's now 10 seconds behind the front runner. In Stage 17, McRae, even though going into a half spin at one point, gains 3 seconds on Sainz and moves up to within 7 seconds of the lead.
To go, the lead is not so great. Can you still win?
We will see. I think the tires will make the difference, to be honest.
Carlos says it's all about tyres now.
Yeah, it looks like it. We've got people all over the place in the stage now just giving us weather reports, so it's just down to picking the right tyre.
Stage 18, the final stage, is a long one. It's 34.33 kilometers long.
50, 6 left over crest, opens, 70.
The midway times are reported back to Subaru headquarters by radio. McRae is 36 seconds faster than Delacour, 10 seconds ahead of Sainz.
6 left, 70. 4 left minus slippy, opens maybe. 100. Care, 5 left plus, tightens, don't cut. 50. Okay, 25 or 26.
Gary? I think it was quite a good result. Well done! What a start! That's brilliant! I think probably 5 at the end, was it? 15 faster. 15 faster, so more than I thought.
An unbelievable come-from-behind victory has been recorded. McRae has brought the Subaru team its first victory in the Tour de Course. This is McRae's second victory of the season. It puts him a mere 2 points behind Makinen in the drivers' competition. With 4 victories and 6 rallies this year, Subaru is now firmly in the lead in manufacturers' points.
Basically the same tyre as Carlos, so as far as I'm concerned it was a fair and square fight.
You've driven as hard as you could?
I couldn't go any quicker, probably harder than I could drive.
This has been a vintage McRae victory. A tireless competitor, McRae comments, "I could drive these Subarus even faster." McRae and Subaru are now kings of the Tour de Course.